You okay? Hi. Hi. You good boy? We gonna do this? We gonna do this? I'm gonna try. I don't know how long he will stay. And I don't care if I'm out of focus. It's all about Harley. Okay, hi friends. It's Anne here with Harley. Because this video is all about Harley. Most of them are about him, or with him in the background, not about him, but today it's about him. So this is the Furry Friends tag. I did this video with my cat, Wolfie, a couple of years ago, actually 3 years ago now. 3 years ago? Whenever 2018 was. Don't know time anymore. And hi. And he unfortunately did pass about 5 or 6 months after filming that. So I wanted to make sure I filmed this video with Harley because he is a senior dog, and the honest truth is I don't know if I have 5 years with Harley or 5 months. You never know, so wanted to film this now. I do apologize, he's a little bit of a hot mess. He needs to go for a groom next week, and he needs to have a bath tonight, so his face usually looks like this. So we're going with what we usually look like. And yeah, there's about 10 questions that I want to do. It's the Furry Friends tag, but I'm going to maybe throw in a couple other questions. Hi, yeah, what's going on? I got nothing. He's weirded out because I'm sitting here, and I don't normally sit here like this. Like I said, I don't know how long he'll stay. I might end up throwing pictures up if he doesn't want to stay sitting with me. Come here. Oh, this goes you. Lay down. Lay down, get comfy. So, I don't even know what I was saying. I might throw out pictures if this doesn't work because this is the second time I've tried filming this. The first one was a hot mess. It was that distraction times like 100. Like every question, it was just distractions. So, let's get into the first question. What is your pet's name? So, the short name is Harley. I'm actually kind of regretting keeping his name. That was the name that he came with. I kind of wish I called him Marley, but we're just sticking with Harley. And then he has 2 middle names, Anderson and Scott. So Anderson is from my father's side and Scott is from my mother's side. I never really use those. It's just me that put those in there. Nobody else, I don't even know if anybody else knows that. It is on his Instagram profile. What kind of pet is it? It's a dog, obviously, although I joke he's part cat. And what breed? So I actually will put up his breed chart. I did do a DNA test. It came with him when I adopted him, and he is mostly half Shih Tzu, half Havanese. The Havanese, he's like an overgrown Shih Tzu, basically. Like if you see a Shih Tzu, like times that by 3, and that's basically his size. He does have a bit of I think it's King Cavalier Spaniel, and I do see some of the Spaniel in him, like in some of his traits. But yeah, I'll put up his little DNA thing. How long have you had your pet friend? I like how they call it pet friend. I've adopted Harley in June of 2020. I'll combine this with the next question. It says how did you get your pet and how old is your pet? So I'm going to combine these. So I've had him since June 2020. I adopted him as a senior. So he is, don't like your bum. He's 11, I think. I adopted him and they said he was 10. I don't know his exact birth date. I just say his birth date is his adoption date, which was the end of June. I adopted him from a place called Maddie's Place. Again, I'll put that on the screen. Maddie's Place is a rescue here in Toronto, and it's basically run by a one-woman show. She's amazing. I have no words to describe how amazing she is. She's so dedicated to what she does. Maddie's Place typically brings in dogs that are a bit more difficult, so ones with medical issues. Harley was a senior with a lot of, call it exterior medical issues. He was severely overweight. He weighed about 35 pounds, and he should be about 17. He has a lot of lumps and bumps on him. He's missing I wouldn't say half his teeth, but he's missing a fair number of teeth. That's why his tongue sticks out a lot. And, and he's just a bit of a slow guy. So, not everybody's cup of tea, but definitely I was looking for a senior. So I actually applied for him twice to really show that I wanted him. And yeah, I got him. So yeah, how did I get my pet was through Maddie's Place. And it was the form is pretty lengthy. So I went through It's a bit of a backstory. Wolfie, my cat, passed in December of 2018. I honestly was very heartbroken. I was very attached to him. He was very attached to me. I joked that we were codependent. And so it was really hard for me to, like, people like, oh, you're going to adopt again? You're going to adopt again? And I'm like, I'm not ready. And also, I developed an allergy to cats. I was never allergic to cats. I was tested when I was a kid, but it sort of developed as I got older and just seemed to get worse and worse and worse. And actually not having a cat in the house has been, it's like, oh my God, I don't know why I suffered for so long. I do know why, because I love the cats, but I knew I was going to adopt a dog, not a cat. So I decided to foster for a year. So I fostered throughout 2019, on and off, mostly short-term fosters, a couple dogs, a couple cats, kittens. And then around the end of 2019, I started seriously considering adopting and started like seriously looking for a dog to adopt. So that's when I started looking, and then COVID happened, and that just like derailed everything. So it was quite the story, quite the journey to get to this. He kills me. I love his little face. So what's your favorite memory with your pet? So my favorite memory with him is actually the first time I took him out to when I was at home and it was snowing. I think I have a little video of that, so I'll put it up in a couple pictures. And just the joy on his face. So I don't really know what he experienced in the first 10 years of his life. I have been told he was pretty sheltered. He spent most of his time in an apartment, hence why he was overweight. He also ate very poorly. I mean, they loved him, but they didn't love him in an appropriate, healthy dog way. They fed him human food and he ate potato chips and all those kinds of things. So yeah, when he went and saw the snow, so like I said, Harley's a senior dog. He's a bit slower, but when he was out in the snow and he was just jumping and running, he was like a puppy. It was the most adorable thing, and just to see his joy at experiencing the snow at my family's house was just, I don't know, I get a little teary sometimes when I see him like experience joy at things that I feel like maybe is a new experience for him. Like I take him camping and we do lots of other stuff that I feel like are things that he never really did in the first 10 years of his life. So number 7 is, what are some quirky things about your pet's personality? So I joke, he's part dog. So the one thing I learned with him, and this was new for me, was dogs that I fostered and dogs, like I used to look after dogs at a vet clinic a long time ago. Most dogs I've experienced, it's like you gotta get up and gotta take them out, go for a pee. They're usually pretty like ready to go. Not so much Harley. He's a little slow. So actually this is a new reference since filming this. If you haven't seen Noodles, the pug, and the Bones and No Bones, Harley's mostly a no bones in the morning. We have to use some motivation to get him moving at times. As you can see, he's a very sleepy dog. So yeah. So I think that's pretty funny quirk about him, that he's not a get up and goer. He's not a big walker either. So he doesn't, like, he'll walk for a bit, but he's very like food motivated. So if there's something for him to go after, that's basically how I get him to move most of the time. And when he's done, he's done. So I actually have a backpack, a canine sport backpack. I actually put a picture of it up, that when he's done walking, especially if we go far, like if we go to the park, I throw him in the backpack, and he loves it. Like, he just loves hanging out in that backpack, and he loves the attention. I don't know if he has any, like, major quirks. I can't think of any off the top of my head. It's hard filming this. If there's anything that I can think of, I'll put it down below, because this is what happened last time. I was like, oh, I should have mentioned that. Oh, I should have mentioned that. And you think of it after. Number 8, what does your relationship with your pet mean to you? This is a question that I said last time. I was like, does it feel cheesy to say everything? But it does. Like, when you have a pet, especially, so I'm on my own and I have one pet, so he's my life. Like, my sole purpose is looking after him. And a couple of people have asked, like, oh, will you adopt a second dog? And I think he wouldn't mind a buddy. He's not, he likes to say hi to other dogs, but he has no interest in playing. He won't play, like, he doesn't play with toys, doesn't play. I've seen him once kind of do a little bob and weave with one dog that he kind of was interested, but like I don't think he knew what he was doing. Like he was kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing. So like it would be nice to maybe get him a little buddy, but at the same time I feel like he has a bit of special needs. Like I say, he doesn't really walk very much, so I have to carry him a lot. He's about 24 pounds, which is like a quarter of my weight, which is a bit challenging to carry him around. So like I want to make sure that I'm giving him my all, and I don't want to divert any of that attention, if that makes sense. So yeah, like my relationship with him is very important. We're a little less codependent. He's not, as you see him like close to me right now, he's not a cuddler. Like he very rarely will sleep. Like I don't let him sleep in my bed, but on the couch, I let him on the couch. He very rarely like cuddles next to me. Like this is actually pretty rare. So we're more just like, I look after him, make sure he's good and happy, but he likes to do his own thing. Like I laugh. So one of his quirks, if I'm at the park and he'll just sit down and lay in the grass, and if I try and sit down next to him, he will get up, move like 5 steps away, and then sit down again. I'm like, oh, sorry, like I'm cramping your style, buddy. Like he's just not a super cuddly dog. I can pick him up and stuff, but again, he doesn't like to sit in your lap. Like he's not a lap dog or anything like that. So number 9, what are some of your favorite pastimes with your pet? So like I said, I've been trying to give him new experiences. So I've taken him camping a few times. I've taken him on trails. He really, like I said, he doesn't like to walk, but on trails, he actually really enjoys it. So again, I find that like very rewarding to see him super excited to walk along a trail, and he sniffs at all the new things, and he loves looking at all the plants, and he just really seems to enjoy walking on trails. I mean, he's real slow, and he'll only go for about maybe 10-15 minutes, and then he's done. But I'll carry him, and he seems to really enjoy like going on trails. Camping, I think he tolerates camping. I don't think he really enjoys it. But I think he doesn't mind, the newness of things, but that wears off pretty quick with camping. And so we only ever do at most 2 nights of camping. I don't think I've done more than 2 nights. Maybe I've done 3 nights with him, but that's like, he's pretty done after that. Again, I take him to like different parks or different places around town, just so he can get like new smells and new experiences. When he sees new dogs, I think it's hilarious. So his little tail goes like a mile a minute. I don't think I have any videos showing that, because it's so impromptu. It's anytime he sees a new little dog that he hasn't met before. Sometimes it's when he sees some dogs that he knows too. Like there's a few dogs that he does seem to like to say hello to, but that's it. Like he just says hello. But just seeing the joy when he like says hello, or like when we go to the park sometimes, like he's super excited to go. Like some days he doesn't care, but other days he's like, let's go. Like I can see he's revving to go, and I just really appreciate or really relish those moments where he is, excited about something. That's not food, because he's always excited about food. Question number 10 in this list is, what are nicknames you call your pet? So I basically call him Harley. The other names I call him are my little old man, Pumpkin. I call him Pumpkin. I know it's fall, but I call him Pumpkin all the time. Bub, my little Bub. Or Buddy, my little buddy. I say my little buddy all the time. Let's go, Buddy. I think some people think his name is Buddy because that's what I call him a lot, like when I'm outside. I also sometimes say Harley funny too. Like I'm like, Harley. Like I just kind of give a little response to that. So I'm going to jump into a couple other questions that weren't in like the main 10 list. I copied this from the same website. There seemed to be some duplication. So I'm just going to jump down to a couple other questions. Number 6, what is your pet's favorite thing to eat? So anything? It's very, very food motivated, but he does, his lunchtime, we just had lunch, and he had carrots and cucumbers, and that's his favorite. Other vegetables, not so much. Like we've tried celery. No, but even though it's crunchy, no, doesn't. I guess he doesn't like the texture. He does like fruits, but again, they need to be kind of cold, like strawberries and stuff. He'll eat, or apples, but if they're warm or a bit mushy, he's like, like no. Yeah, any like pizza or chicken wings, if they're, so I found out the hard way. He's super chill, super easygoing, the most mellow dog, but there's a dark side. And I found it. So we were on one of the first times I had him outside, and there was a piece of pizza on the sidewalk, and he dove for it and just like literally put the whole thing in his mouth. And I went to take it out, and I was like, no, I almost lost a hand, which surprised me because I was like, oh my God, he's so chill. Also at the time, I had a previous cat that I was fostering before him that was super aggressive. So it caught me off guard, and I got super scared and nervous. I now know, like, he doesn't, so I should say this, like, he doesn't bite, but he will, like, do a warning snap or nip, just to let you know, back off. Like, there's certain things he doesn't like don't touch his bum. Like, if he has, okay, everyone's gone through this where you have a pet where it doesn't, the poop doesn't quite come out, and you gotta, like, help it. You're trying to help him, and he does not like that. So he will, like, kind of snap. He will snap at, like, if a puppy jumps on him. He doesn't like a dog jumping on him. He will snap, but he doesn't bite. It's more like that warning nip kind of thing. And he's not trying to hurt you. Like, I know that. He doesn't really bark either. So he makes weird noises. I think, again, I have some videos, so I can put one up. It's hard to describe. He does bark. Like, there is a bark in there, but he normally just sort of like raw, 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 and like, and then there's like a raw, raw, raw growl, and then there's like a hoarse whinny type noise. I think I have a video of that. I don't know if I have like the growl noise. He usually does the growl noise when he's waiting for me to get his food, and he's like, lady, hurry up. Get a move on, I'm hungry. Or if I've been out for too long and I come home, I usually get yelled at too. It's so funny. It just makes me laugh because it's the cutest little thing. What is the funniest thing your pet has done? Oh, okay, this is something I forgot to mention in the last time that I tried to film this, but I'm going to mention it now. So he does this little stand-up thing, this little meerkat thing. And like I said, when I first got him, like, he was super lazy when I first got him. Like, he barely walked, didn't move. And one of the first days I had him, I was at my parents' house. So I don't have carpet here, but at my family house, there's carpet. And I guess he just needed a little bit of traction. And he stood up and did his meerkat thing. But I didn't know he did it. I couldn't hear him. And I'm working away. I think I was on a conference call. And I turned and looked. And he was standing there. And it just killed me. And now I know he does it. Like, he does it regularly to, like, get attention. And he must have done it all the time before to get attention, because it's so freaking cute. Like, how can you not look at him and not think he is the cutest freaking thing when he does it? And yeah, sometimes I just turn around and he's just doing it. He's just waiting for me. I mean, sometimes he will get aggressive. If he's close enough to my chair and he does it, he will, like, whack at my chair to get my attention. Or he'll cry, like, make his funny little noises. But yeah, it's just the funniest thing. Number 16, what is the boldest thing your pet has done? This is a hard question because there's nothing really, like, he's super chill. Like I said, the only time is like when he darts after food on the street, and he has no regrets. Like, if he does anything like that, like, there was something he did here, and like, he just didn't care. He's like, yep, I have zero regrets that I like went and ate that whole piece of pizza, and you couldn't do anything about it. Any other questions here that I want to answer? He's house trained. That's a question here, which actually kind of surprised me because, again, from his previous experience, from what I know, is they never really took him out, so he used puppy pads a lot. I've never used a puppy pad with him. He goes outside, and we never, knock on wood. I mean, I know he's a senior, so I'm waiting for that point, but we've never really had an accident, whereas I've had fosters that have had accidents, especially, like, new environments. Like, I was prepared for it when I first got him. He's just killing me. He's resting on my arm. He never does this. So this is going to be a much better video. I know I'm totally out of focus, and I don't care, because it's all about him. I hope that doesn't annoy you that I'm talking and I'm out of focus. I hope you're all just focusing on this little fluff ball here that's been sleeping. And again, like I said, maybe I'll put some pictures up throughout the video. What I was going to do last time was, like, maybe I'll, like, cut away and do a montage, but I think maybe I can just throw up pictures throughout this video. I don't know exactly how I'm going to edit it yet. But yeah, I just wanted to share. I know he shows up in a lot of my videos in the background, and I do mention little things about him here and there. I try not to try not to be like, look at my child, like that crazy parent. But I mean, he is my world. So I do actually have a separate Instagram for him for that reason, so I don't annoy the crap out of people with Harley pictures on my regular Instagram. I do put some pictures up there, but yeah, you can go look at. I have lots of pictures and videos of him on his own Instagram, and I'm actually way better at keeping that updated compared to like my own Instagram or my own YouTube channel, because honestly, if you looked at my phone, it's like thousands of pictures and videos of Harley. Like, it's constant. I can't help it. I just love his little face. And, like, I can tell there's certain people, I mean, pretty much everybody, they see him like, oh my god, like, he's so cute. And, like, there's certain people, like, one of the front desk girls, he's in love with her. That's his girlfriend. And she's so excited to see him. And, like, it's the same. Like, we have, like, there's certain people with the same connection with him. Like, you just see him and you're like, oh my god, he's like a stuffed animal. Like, he is totally chill. He's just this, like, floppy thing. And he loves people. Like, he just loves people. All people. Kids. As long as the kid's not too excitable. But, like, he seems to be interested, like, and he's good with, like, he's not bad. Like, again, like, my friend's kids, I'm like, don't get too close to his mouth. I mean, he is Shih Tzu. So, I know Shih Tzus, like, they will, you know, nip if they're aggravated or irritated. But he is pretty chill for the most part. So, you know, just letting kids know, you know, don't touch his face. If you pet him, be gentle. But yeah, I feel like I'm starting to ramble now, so I'm just going to wrap up this video. I know it's a little bit different from what I normally do, but I hope you enjoyed this little fact-finding journey about my little buddy. And yeah, if you like the video, feel free to give it a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you just subscribe to my channel here in Toronto. This is not a typical video, so if you've come across this video, maybe check out what else I have on my channel. It's mostly makeup related, like 90% makeup related with some other sprinklings of things. But if you're interested, or you know somebody that's interested, let them know. And please subscribe, and I hope you're doing well. And we'll see you sometime soon. I love you, little buddy.